Are you wanting to learn more about up and coming family travel destinations? You don't want to miss this. Welcome back. I have decided to start every first Tuesday of every month covering a new destination that is either up and coming in family travel destinations or is maybe one that I've been getting a lot of requests about or just have seen more information floating about around them. I'm going to start this series off with talking about Costa Rica. I have a client that is heading there the end of April, and I've gotten a couple other requests about how to travel there, what are really good places to go, and I've been seeing a lot more talk about it than I have really kind of in the past. So I'm gonna break down why you would want to go, when the best time to go is, and really fun activities that are there for like the whole family. Costa Rica is one of the most biodiverse countries in the entire world, having over 12 different ecosystems within a country the size of West Virginia or Denmark, whichever one you are more familiar with. And you have both access to the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, volcanoes and jungle, beaches. Costa Rica is not well known for their beaches, so they are usually a little bit smaller, not as vast as you might find in other Caribbean islands or in Mexico. But they are beaches and there are nice ones. They're just not as vast or as you can't go to just pick any beach. You kind of have to do your research and know which ones are there. But you can still, there's a lot of water activities. You have coral reefs that you can go explore. Snorkeling is something you can do. So if you are wanting more of an adventurous, kind of educational, depending on what you do with activities, um, experience or vacation, then Costa Rica should definitely be on the top of your list. Now, you could do Costa Rica, you can do it either way. You can either do it on a budget or you can go and find those more luxury 5-star vacations, those hotels. So there, it really fits any and all budgets. I think the most important thing would be to figure out when you can go and how those ticket prices are going to be, because I feel like airfare is usually the one tricky part in planning a vacation or trying to figure out how to get to a specific destination. Costa Rica does have a dry and a rainy slash green season. So depending on if you're okay with rain or depending on prices. So the peak season is going to be the dry season, which is going to be about from December to April, March, April-ish. And then the green season is going to be where there's the lower crowds just due to more rain. And that is going to be the rest of the year. So May to November. That's what I thought. Okay, so it's going to be mid-November. I couldn't remember my months. And so kind of when you're looking where there's going to be more people, where prices are probably going to be a little bit higher just because of um, the demand cycle. You're the main A lot of people travel in January, February, and May. So those, not that you need to avoid any of those times, those you will just need to be aware that that is going to be probably a more popular time. So activities might be a little bit more busy. There might be less tours available depending on when you want to book. If you try to get your vacation aligned, get your but yeah, a lot, figure out what you want to do on your vacation. Um, a couple months before, that might be too late for those months. And times to save money is going to be about May or June, kind of on like the cusp of the between like the dry and the rainy season, since that's going to kind of be like a lull in travel. Popular activities that you're going to be able to do are zip lining, like rock rappelling, hiking for sure. There's hanging bridges that are going to be over like the cloud jungle. And that is going to be in like La Fortuna in the Arenal. So the Arenal volcano is going to be right there. Those are really popular. You can see like a lot of different animals on there. There's like water rafting that you can do. So you can either do like hardcore white water rafting, or you could do like a water safari type thing where you kind of go in the jungle and you're just on a slow raft and you're able to see the animals that are around, so like in the water and in the trees. There's a lot of coffee that comes from Costa Rica, so you can do a coffee blend, a coffee tasting. Chocolate is also there. That is really popular. I have my clients doing that, and they said that's what they're most excited for. So fingers crossed, it's good. Um, there's a lot of horseback riding, and then you can't forget the water sports. Costa Rica is really good if you are surfing or wanting to look into doing maybe a surf training or a surf activity. There's really cool fish if you want to go fishing. Snorkeling, you cannot forget snorkeling or scuba diving, as you have like the coral reefs over there. And those are really kind of like the popular activities that I have been recommending most often, as they do have like a comfort level for everyone. Oh, and there's like ATVs. Who doesn't love to be on an ATV? I love my ATV tours. Um, yeah, so there are, as you can tell, there's more. It's more on the adventurous side. It's not. I'm not saying you can't have a relaxing vacation, because you can definitely do that. But if you do that, I would probably split up like a relaxation part and then an adventurous part. And then another thing that is recommended with Costa Rica is that you do at least 2 different ecosystems. So if you want to hit the volcano, make sure you go and hit the mangroves. Or if you want to do the cloud forest, make sure you go to the coral reef. So it's just kind of making sure that you get some of those different ecosystems in, and that's going to really make the most of your Costa Rican vacation. That is the gist of Costa Rica. It looks amazing. I cannot wait to go there myself. It is on the list. Every time I research a place, it's like, oh, added to the list. Oh, added to the list. Yeah, so let's not add too many more to the list. But if you have any recommendations on which ones you want me to talk about next, or if you have a question about Costa Rica or a question about another destination, put it below, please. I would love to interact with some of you. And yeah, have a good night. Good morning. I don't know what time it is.